Hey guys and gals, Denmach 7643. Just wanted to make a quick video on the Millennium Falcon meta and just kind of what I'm experiencing on my shard. It's kind of shifted to dual tank or Bistan with one of the tanks and Millennium Falcon as starters. And the reinforcement order is almost universal as Phantom, Cassian, either Wedge or Ghost depending on who they had leveled, and then Lando's Millennium Falcon. And that's fairly standard, I mean, depending on their front end lineup, but a lot of people on my shard have gone that direction. And so I have a guy who has 1.1 million more GP than me in my shard, and he is currently matching up to my Bistan. So soon he will match him or overtake him, and then at that point I need to have a counter to take him out. So I've been playing this Gambit. It works great. I took my Phantom out. I just put Cassian in there right away, and then Wedge. And then the only reason I'm using Plo and Po there is because they're way at the end of the reinforcement order under AI. So they're pulled really late. I just want to make sure I get Cassian into Wedge, and usually that's decisive enough. But essentially the idea is to pull Cassian right away, to admit that my opponent's going to get a material advantage by pulling Phantom. Say, alright, I know you're going to get an extra ship next turn where I'm not going to be able to reinforce, but you are. So I need to defeat you in that time frame. And it's really not that difficult to do. Most of the time, Breach doesn't exist anymore, and in this case it won't, because his Houndstooth attacked mine. And so we're going to have a situation where we can eliminate the Millennium Falcon almost immediately. As soon as we can pull Cassian, we will be able to take care of that. So it's kind of neat how it works. They'll pull their Phantom, it'll hurt, but I get that one turn to do just decisive damage, and it works out most of the time. So we'll see it here in a moment. So there's this Phantom, and it hurts. And now we pull Cassian and end the match. All the buffs come off, you can target with the assist, you grab the Falcon, and it falls over. And that's it. It's just clean up on aisle 5 after that, for the most part. So, there are days when it's not effective, when it doesn't work at all. I'm actually going to leave him in position here. I don't want to bump him. I'm one behind him, but I believe that he's going to pay out soon. Anyway, if you're breached, then this strategy doesn't work, but I have Wedge in the boat. So in the situations where I'm still breached when it's time for me to reinforce, I just pull Wedge and focus down the Houndstooth and just cure that problem. So if and when I do get another chance to reinforce, I can pull Cassian and end it then. However, it certainly works great. A lot of times I don't even get there. Wedge is a capable reinforcement. He's just not very tanky, but it does work. Additionally, another thing that you can do if somebody adopts this strategy on your shard a lot, if you start seeing Cassian first, is start pulling Sunfac or Sarge first. And even though your offense goes down a lot, it completely makes you invulnerable to the Cassian strategy, because neither one of those taunts is going to drop when he comes out of the boat. It'll be dispelled, but it'll still come back because Cassian has a ton of buffs, so Sunfac will trigger. And the way that the reinforced Sarge reinforcement ability works, as long as he has protection, he has taunt. So you'll dispel it and it'll come right back. Anyway, that's it. It really, really works nice. I'm still debating between Hounds and Bigs, and I waffle back and forth and run different tests. But at the end of the day, the Houndstooth is a little bit more reliable on defense, just because you're not vulnerable to the TIE Fighter, TIE Silencer, and Po starting lineups, where everybody's so fast they can all get a turn before your Bistan can move. So having hounds there, make sure that you can gain the turn meter and assure that at least you have a tie at the end to go in between and get that taunt before all 3 ships can shoot your Millennium Falcon and down it. So that's it for now. Happy hunting. The Millennium Falcon meta is kind of tricky for people that don't have it, I can imagine. People have had success with Geonosians under Thrawn, calling Cassian to do the same thing that I'm doing here. It's just kind of a staying power battle. Can you survive long enough to use Thrawn as a pseudo Darth Nihilus and just whittle the enemy fleet down? But it does work. We've seen plenty of evidence of it, so on the fleet server. Thanks a lot for watching. Denny out.